Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Put breast cancer on your radar. Maybe you booked to have a mammogram to check all was in order. Maybe you planned to, but life happened. Let's face it, by the time you're picking up a lump in your breast, the ship has sailed. You've got a problem. In an ideal world, you want to stop breast cancer in its tracks, not just detect it early. So, what can you do? Well, there's the standard advice: eat less and move more. It is probably good advice. Being overweight and sedentary definitely increase your risk of breast cancer. But there is something else that contributes to breast cancer risk that few people are talking about. It's something every woman needs to know. Join us for this episode of Better Body Chemistry TV as we discover the simple thing you can do to decrease your risk of breast cancer. Better Body Chemistry TV is brought to you by Dr. Sandy, a scientist turned gremlin buster, helping you battle sugar gremlins, heifer lumps, and other health horribles through better body chemistry. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health. Being exposed to light at night ups the risk of breast cancer significantly. This has been reiterated by a study that analyzed the cancer incidence rates in the US state of Georgia. To do this study, the research team dug through the records in the State Cancer Register, which is a database of people with cancer, looking for clues. They specifically probed breast and lung cancers occurring between 2000 and 2007. Now, the database recorded 34,053 breast cancer cases and 14,458 lung cancers. Now, not much was known about each victim, but the setup of the database did give the researchers details of the cancer type and the county in which the person was living at the time of diagnosis. Armed with this information, the team tracked how much light there was in the person's neighborhood at night in the years prior to their diagnosis using satellite images. They worked it out for each year, going back as far as 1992. Neighborhoods were classified as low, medium, or high. Now, the calculation gave them a picture of how much light each person had experienced outside their home at night. They obviously were clueless as to how much light the person had experienced inside their home each night. And they couldn't be sure how long the person lived at that particular address. But they figured there would be some correlation because, well, the more light there is outside, the more light gets in. Next, they created a map of where the breast cancer and lung cancer cases had occurred. Now, in the case of lung cancer, there was no pattern. This makes sense. The risk of lung cancer is strongly correlated with whether you smoke or not. It might also be related to air pollution, but air pollution is not directly related to light pollution. When it came to breast cancer, the story was very, very different. Here are the maps they put together. On the left, the cases of breast cancer in each county are reported. The darker the color, the more women living in that county had a diagnosis of breast cancer. On the right is the light exposure patterns for Georgia in 2007. The bright red spots are where light pollution is at its highest, and the dark blue spots where light pollution is lowest. There is definitely a pattern, but it's not definitive. The data is not perfect. There are lots of things the team could not factor in, whether the person was thin or fat, whether they were couch potatoes, etc. But it does suggest light is an issue. There is a growing body of evidence linking light at night with breast cancer. The same pattern has been seen in other ecological studies done in California, in Hong Kong, in Korea, and in Israel. Exposure to light at night increases the incidence of breast cancer in lab animals. Women who work night shift and are thus exposed to high levels of light at night are at increased risk of breast cancer. Blind women who are not able to sense light at night are at a lower risk of breast cancer. And breast cancer is spreading to the developing world, along with Western diets and electrification. Plus, the idea that breast cancer could be related to light exposure is biologically plausible. Melatonin is usually associated with sleep. He is your night valet. His big claim to fame is he's responsible for getting you ready for bed. He draws the curtains, turns down the covers, and puts a mint on your pillow. But he serves you all night. At least he's supposed to. And nighttime is when your body cleans up the mistakes and mishaps that have happened during the day. And mistakes happen. Watch your light hygiene. Fortunately, limiting exposure to light at night is something you can manage. Block out the light from the neighborhood by closing doors, hanging thick curtains or blinds, and if that is not an option, slap on an eye mask. Help melatonin and your other night workers in your body do their job, so you create better body chemistry and decrease your risk of breast cancer. Interested in discovering more ways to create better body chemistry, or need a little help getting your body chemistry on track? Visit our website at www.betterbodychemistry.com. Browse our library or enroll in one of our courses or programs. The advice is simple to follow and based on real science, not hype. Share this video with a woman in your life so they realize the benefits of sleeping in the dark. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you catch future episodes of Better Body Chemistry TV. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health.